everyone. Mary-Anne Gillespie, CEO over at Apple Coaching Consulting. This week's coaching tip is about lead generating in condos. So I always hear this, that when I'm coaching individuals, they always say, oh, but condos, it's impossible. You can't do open houses. It sucks. You can't do any lead generation, and nobody has phone numbers in condos. And I'm like, you know what? True. These are all true points. So anyway, so here's a couple of tips that I do, and I like to coach on these in condos because we have a lot of clients that work condos and they're super successful at it. So I'm going to share a couple of things that have worked that we've coached on. So the first thing is yes, you're right. You probably can't always do open houses there. Certainly not the easiest place to do it. So here's my thing. I truly believe, having owned a condo before, one of the things is that I was very close with our property manager. Okay. They usually live in-house. Okay. Or your super, as you would call it. So your super, your property management company is an entirely different entity, but the person who usually lives in your building or in the building that you're going to be listing, first thing I would do is I would find out who that is, and whoever's condo you're listing should know and be able to do a good intro for you. When you meet that person or reach out to that person, build a relationship with them, create a referral program for them. What is a referral program? They know people who want to buy, sell, invest in the building. They know because they're always talking to people. So build a relationship and say, hey, listen, you know what? Here's a great referral program I have for you. And you know what? If you know anybody who's thinking of selling or buying or anything, I've got this great place coming up. And if they come from you, here's what I'm willing to do for a referral program. Same thing with the whole condo corporation. I like to think, you know what, if you had to, you know what if you hosted, a great seminar in the condo building too? That's a great lead generation method. If you live in a condo and you're not doing that, that's just crazy because that's how you can get to meet people. But it would be very simple to talk to the condo board. So the referral program is one thing, but talk to the condo board and say, hey, listen, guys, one of the most important things right now is for people to know what their building is worth, know what their units are worth, but also we'd love to bring in some great information sessions to really help people understand, what the market's doing, what that means for the condo market. Can we come in, bring a couple really great guest speakers? We'll pay for everything. We'll have it catered. It'll be awesome, but we'd love to do that with you guys. Especially, it's a great source to do over the summer. I know the condos that I've owned, they always had July and August were usually their general meetings. It was always in the summertime for some reason. So anyway, long story short, I would just book at the general meetings. I'd be like, could we have like a little session and we'll do a market update on the condo prices and the valuations in the past year for the building. And we'll have all positive things to say. And then do a draw when you're there and collect all the names and numbers. You could do that. There's lots of ideas that you can do if you build the relationships with the people in the building. You have to find out what's valuable to them. And then when you find out what's valuable, then you can bring it in. Okay. So for example, if you do an older, maybe if you do a seniors building, the next place that they go is usually a seniors home. So there could be a lot of turnover there. So what about going and approaching and saying, hey, listen, we'd love to do a seminar in the condo building, a seniors building. Say, we'd love to do a seminar in affiliation with what it would take to actually downsize before you do your last move into a seniors residence. You can do anything you want and then bring in 3-4 guest speakers, cater it. It would be probably pretty awesome. Do an update market evaluation on what their condos are worth. It's not hard to do. It just requires a little bit of out of the box thinking. See, and you can also do, if you wanted to do a QR code campaign, if you were doing it for a younger, hipper building, some of these buildings have Facebook sites. Some of them have Facebook sites that you can look at, and you can take a look at those and you can ask to market on there. You can even do a donation to there and say, hey, listen, I'd love to put something, a QR code on your Facebook page just for the day or the week or whatever the case is. And we'll do, in order for us to do that, and show gratitude, we'll give you $250 to your social fund. Don't forget, it's okay, to ask to market on something. Normally advertising, I pay for it. So why wouldn't I just offer to pay for my advertising on their sites? There's a lot of things that you can do in the condo field that people just don't think outside of the box for. So take the extra step, take the extra time, build some of those relationships, create some different programs that actually are affiliated with condo buildings. The other final thing that I want to say is that if you're looking to attract buyers into a condo building and you have a couple condo buildings that you really love, or you love trading in those buildings, wherever the case is, obtain all the floor plans. Go back and find all the floor plans, which aren't that hard to do unless it's like a 1920 building, but it's not hard to find all the floor plans. So go find all the floor plans and create on your website landing pages that have all the floor plans, and then use that in your advertising. Be like, if anybody's ever thought of, condos, we've got 10 buildings in this neighborhood. If it's your farm area, that's what I would do. And then take all the floor plans and say, please check out the floor plans. And they can register on the site and say, here you go. And we'll give you a PDF of all the floor plans in that building. It's a great way to hunt for leads, find them, and everybody loves getting the floor plans. It's one of the hardest things to find if you're a consumer hunting a building, but what a great resource if you're a condo specialist to have just the actual floor plans to each of those buildings that you specialize in. It doesn't take much. If you have an assistant, you can do it. If you have a VA, you can get them to do it for you as well. But it would be something really great to generate leads from there. So anyway, long story short, there are ways to market and attract people into and out of condos. You just have to go a little bit outside of the box. So yes, we can't typically do open houses there, and a lot of people don't have phone numbers, but last time I checked, that was just an obstacle. Push yourself through it. Let's see what you can do, and keep me posted on your successes. Bye, everyone.